Nemeni Nesta will duck say back again in a motemo. A which we dodge no gama. Ula let me ya. Back tell we duck say mote ha way ha yo way. Way ha way ha way ha ya. Way ha way ha ya. Way ha ya yo way. Way ha way ha way ha ya. Way ha way ha ya. Way ha ya yo way.
So today, Miko wanted to like connect or whatever, like to the spirit world for whatever reason anyway. So I was in the living room and I'm calling on the spirits and I can feel them, but like nothing's really happening. And like nothing was, like we were trying to get the REM pod to go off and it wouldn't. It's like, okay, that's weird, because the night that Tammy was here, it was going off solid. And like all the machines were, so that was fine. Amanda was leaving to go to work, so I came out here and Amanda was standing right there. And whenever we're standing there, we seen somebody standing here. Both of that, like she was facing this way, so her head went like that to look. And I'm standing like this, so then I looked to see who it was. It was a full figure. And most times whenever we do stuff, like it's always around this area of the house that we see things, you know, like, or in the bathroom. So I'm guessing it has to do with like the water or the energy from the appliances. It's something, right? But oh my God. Amanda was like, what was that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it was. But yeah. Anyway, it's just funny. I am going to do all the meat, it's just I always fry it up first in this.
It's a good idea.
Just because I want to make sure it's cooked really thoroughly, that's all. And in the bigger pan, you don't really get that, so. Yeah. I was going to make my nacho dip with the homemade salsa, but I might have to go in town to get the right tomatoes to do it, because I didn't like what my tomatoes look like, so. Aww. And I'm going to want it to keep for a while whenever I make it, so. Exactly. But you'll have to come get some.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. It's my favorite. You know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So about how much ground beef do you use for your shepherd's pie?
It depends. So whatever this is double of what I would normally use. But it depends on how many people. Like something like this, I'd be making like a double batch for like myself, my mom, my sister, and my uncle, and possibly Miko's crew, right? Because it is quite a bit of food. And I used for this 2 bags of red potatoes, the President's Choice red potatoes. And so they're all peeled and in the pot right now. And I use the red potatoes because they give a better, they're a softer potato. And we find that it makes more of the whipped potatoes more creamy, I guess, and a nice taste. It has I find less of a starchy taste to it, so, and that was actually my dad that started doing that. So my dad he liked the shepherd's pie with the red potatoes, so, yeah. And I do overcook my ground beef on purpose because I'm really afraid of, you know, any bacteria or anything like that, so I do overcook my ground beef.
Which we dodge no gigamaha, Ulare, Nidea, Maui, Omi, Wissawase, Wiltas, Woto, say away. Which we dodge Niskamage, Ulare, Nidea, Nemeni, Nista, will duck, say, Becca, Gage, Motemo, which we dodge no gama, Ulare, Nidea. Back to
potatoes, would you say 10 pounds for a double batch?
Yes.
5
I would
pounds for
say.
a single?
Yes, yeah, I would say yeah. But easily, yes. To link this to what it is that you're wanting to do.
Well, either you just talking about your dad and how he started this recipe,
Okay.
as well as, you know, traditionally we would have had similar to a meat and potatoes meal like this, but it would have been loose or deer or, you know, we did ham and we would have had, I think, boars or something similar here.
Yeah.
So, and because we don't have a whole lot of wild boar meat that I could buy to bring to families for the cooking side of it, we just supplement it with ham.
Okay. Okay. So have you had many people using like moose meat and stuff? No.
Gojo walking na, 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 gojo. Goju walking na, 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 goju. Goju walking now, 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 goju. Goju walking now, 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 goju.
Is a perfect texture for your potatoes when they're done?
Depends. It depends. For shepherd's pie, I like them pretty fluffy. Fluffy, yeah. If I'm doing something like a steak or something like that, I usually have them not so fluffy, but still creamy, but just more thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for shepherd's pie, just it goes well, I think, with the cream style corn. But potatoes are just good anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah, is that should we go home for
So you can just kind of see how creamy they are. Like they're so creamy. Leave it like that for now because I'm going to halfen up the potatoes. And I'm going to get Miko's in there too. Bugger. Alright. quite a bit of potatoes anyway, so that's good.
Yo pa yo hi yo hi yeah. 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 Yo pa yo yeah. Yo hey yo hey. Yo pa yo hi yeah. Yo hey yo hey. Yo pa yo hi yo yeah. Yo hey yo hey. You a hey, you a 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 hey. Hamba, hamba ya. Hamba, hamba ya. Hamba, hamba ya. Hamba cha. Way oh way, way oh way, way oh way, way oh way oh hey, way oh way oh hey, way oh way. Yo pa yo hi yo hi yeah. Yo pa yo hi yo hi yeah. Yo pa yo hi yo hi yeah. Yo pa yo hi.
I was just using.
And you just use like a real baby, or your mommy's girl. Is your eyes open, Nico?
How is it? First memories of food. What was your favorite dishes that your mom or dad made for you?
Okay, the first memories of food is harness away in the brine pan and 4 cents. Mom making 4 cents in harness away. And she did bake bread. And I loved her baked bread. And I remember one time she took a crust off to check it out like they always do, and then she turns the bread around. I turned the bread back around, went in there and grabbed everything all up and turned the bread back around. And as soon as she opened that bread to slice, she just, darling! It was me. But that was her, she was phenomenal at bread making.
Yes. Yeah, she was.
And that's what I remember, the either home baked bread or the harness away.
Did you guys like eat a lot of shellfish and fish and lobster and that kind of thing?
We did, and it was. I ate lobster. It was food. It was food that was.
It wasn't a
prepared.
delicacy.
It wasn't even overexciting. It's just that it was food. It was cooked and it was plentiful. We had whatever we wanted, and the oysters and the clams and everything. But yeah, it was our food. You didn't make a big deal out of it or whatever.
Did you ever go out to get the food that you guys?
Oh yeah. I picked oysters with Mom, and I used to eat raw clams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. When you're there, you're hungry, open up a couple of clams, and that's
Yeah.
it. And they're easy to open because they got a soft little membrane around them. So you just slip the membrane with
Yeah.
off and up and scoop it out. But oysters were hard.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I really always liked the way Dad fried smelts. Dad would every once in a while fry smelts. And just get it in the molasses and or 4 cents.
Yeah. I remember that.
How about potatoes?
That again, that was shit. It was on the table. It didn't stand up. We didn't have rice compared to potatoes. We didn't have pasta to compare to potatoes. It was just part of food. It didn't.
Just potatoes.
Yeah, and you didn't know how much you realized you liked them until after you had this other stuff, pasta and all this
Yes.
other things.
Yeah.
But and rice, there was nothing to compare it to. You
Yeah.
just ate.
Yeah.
You grew
Exactly.
potatoes, you ate them. You grew carrots, you ate them. It was
You're
nondescript.
doing it for survival.
Yeah, it was nondescript. It was just
Yep.
yeah. And everybody was involved. Nobody had like even the smallest kids worked on picking potatoes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and Mom and Dad grew some potatoes, and then she'd have everybody come and help, and they could take the potatoes they wanted. You know, so.
What kind of desserts did you have when you were younger?
I remember Mom making pie.
Mm-hmm.
And they always kept kind of hid from me sugar cookies, because I was,
Sugar cookies was
I
a big
was the
one.
big,
Yeah.
like I was the whole moose of the family. I'm surrounded by these people that are so tiny, and I was always so much bigger than they were. Like, I would be 6 years old, 5 years old, and Audrey would be just the same height as me, like at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she'd be like 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Like she was just so tiny.
Yeah, she
tiny.
was. Yeah, she
Like a little
was
shiny doll.
really tiny.
And like she, I don't know, I can't even remember ever even wearing grown-up clothes, like until she was married.
Yes.
Other than that, she only wore kid clothes.
Yeah. She probably could have right up
And
until the
Jean
day.
was just
Yeah.
a little bit taller, but same size. They were tiny, tiny people.
Like under 5 feet. Like they're talking tiny.
Yeah. When, oh yeah, 4'10".
I remember talking to your mom, and she was saying that they had a dugout downstairs at one point in Lennox, where cooler stuff had to go and settle, but it wouldn't freeze because it is
That was
underground.
underneath our house. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. And when I went to school and I started learning about stuff, then, and they talked with these short people and they called them pygmies, and I thought I was surrounded by pygmies.
Your sisters were so small.
I'm surrounded by, and I used that all through life. Yeah, I'm surrounded by a bunch of pygmies.
Yeah.
Except for when I had seen Rita. Rita was as tall as I was. I was pretty impressed with that. But, and then St. Joe was the same height as we were at the time.
I remember Audrey came to see my mom. Remember my mom was really sick in the hospital. Audrey came that summer and she came to see Mom in the hospital, and it was so funny because she's sitting me and I'm wearing my heels and I'm like, you know, she looked at me and she's like, holy you're tall. That was exactly how she treated